Good morning, my dear students. Welcome back. I hope that all of you are enjoying your stay at home. Today, you are going to learn lesson 2 dear. One thing you must understand that if you have understood the previous poem Romeo and Juliet, then only you can understand this lesson. Why? Understanding the poem is in a different method. Understanding the lesson is totally different. It is why first you must have understood my previous poem Romeo and Juliet. Later only you can understand this lesson. Let us understand new things today, that what are the methods in understanding a lesson. This is very important. Okay, today let us discuss and learn what is the name of the lesson. 2 dear. First of all, we must understand the title. What is the title? 2 dear. Dear means what? Loving, affectionate. These are my dear students. This kind of general meaning will not work in second PUC. For your kind information, love is unnecessary, affection is unnecessary. We can understand half of the story with the help of this title itself. I will explain the meaning of the title. There are two meanings to this one title. Half of the story is covered. Listen. 2 dear. First meaning is that it is called or meaning costly or very expensive, costly. It is the first meaning. What is costly? To kill a murderer by the king is costly. This is the base of the story. One thing. Next. 2 dear. It is called, another meaning is valuable. What is the meaning of valuable? Worthful, worthy. It is why one meaning is costly, another meaning is valuable. This is the meaning of the title. One next method. How to understand a poem? Divide into 2 parts and base that one and understand the poem. What is the method to understand a lesson? This is the method. Divide any lesson into 4 parts. This is very important. 4 parts means 4 mark questions. Here, 4 parts should be there. A lesson should be divided into 4 parts. 4 parts must become 4 different 4 mark questions. This is the method. Next, let us understand. First, what are the characters in this story or lesson? The king of Monaco kingdom, murderer or a criminal, ministers and guard. Characters, persons, places. Monaco kingdom, another is gaming house, another is prison or jail. This is the thing. Keywords: Monaco kingdom, gaming house, one murder took place, death punishment, life imprisonment, pension, living happily. These keywords are very important. Now, first I have written 2 introductory lines. First understand that one. Later I will proceed with the main summary of the lesson. Now let us move to this part now. Listen. One more thing. Next method. New thing to you. What is a new thing? All poems are not poems, all lessons are not lessons at all. In your answer script, the Romeo and Juliet is a poem. No. We have used the word extract in place of the poem. Extract is taken. Another one is verse. These 2 words are used to indicate Romeo and Juliet poem. Here also. Nowhere we have mentioned lesson in your answer notes. Which word have we used? That means this lesson is called short story. What kind of short story or story? Satirical. Satirical means it is a kind of mocking or insulting. It is why, my dear students, you must write these 2 lines as introduction in your all kind of 4-mark answer and 6-mark answer. Let us understand. Whole story is covered with this one. Start. So this lesson is called short story. This is the name of the lesson. You don't mention today is a lesson. No. That is over. Till your 10th standard, this is a poem, this is a lesson. That is unnecessary. In place of this lesson, it is called short story. Let us understand. Two Deer is a satirical story. Satirical means a kind of insulting, teasing, mocking story written by Leo Tolstoy. So, what kind of lesson? What is the name of the lesson? Two Deer. What kind of lesson? It is a story, short story. What kind of short story? It is called satirical. Satirical means what? Mocking or inciting or teasing short story. Written by who? Leo Tolstoy. Who is Leo Tolstoy? A great humanist. Humanist means philosopher, or he is so kind-hearted. He has concerns for humans. It is why he is called humanist, and it is a short story writer. Who is a short story writer? Leo Tolstoy. To which country does he belong? He is a short story writer, novelist of Russia. Russia country, Leo Tolstoy, Two Deer, short story, satirical, short story. These all words should be found in your answer. Next one. In the present story, observe. Have I mentioned lesson? No. Have I mentioned here lesson? No. It is called satirical story. It is in this present short story, Two Deer. The writer. Who is the writer? This fellow. Who? Leo Tolstoy. Which country? Russia. Has depicted means has described, explained. What? Satirically, teasingly. The impact means what? Effects of capital punishment. Capital punishment means what? Death sentence. Next one. Life imprisonment. That means what? Staying in the jail forever until the death. That is called life imprisonment. And the ways of dealing with the offenders. Offenders means what? Criminals. It is why it is a way of offenders and criminals in the modern states. This is called what? Modern states indeed. It is why these 2 introductory lines are very important. My dear students, in your all answers, first 2 lines should be written as it is. These lines are given in your notes itself. Once you come to college, we will provide you notes. In that notes, you can find these all introductory lines. First paragraph. Next one. How many questions minimum should be there in a lesson? 4. Divide a lesson into 4 parts. Now listen. First question, 4 mark. First question. Describe the Thai kingdom. That means explain the appearance of the Thai kingdom. How is the Thai kingdom? It is the first question. Next question. Why did the king keep on changing his decision in dealing with the criminal? This is called second 4-mark question. Third question. Why did the criminal refuse to go out of the prison? This is called third question. Fourth question. Why was the criminal given the pension? How did it benefit him? It is a fourth question, 4-mark question. There is no 6-mark question commonly, but we cannot say confidently that there is no 6-mark question in this lesson. All lessons, all poems contain 4 and 6-mark questions. There is no difference between a 4-mark question and a 6-mark question. It is the method of this one. My dear students, I will tell you one more thing. These things are very new to you. Very new. You never can expect. For example, describe the Thai kingdom. How many questions are here? 1. But you must know 4 other 4-mark questions to the same question, same answer. This is the method. If you learn this method, how to frame, how to set 4 different mark questions, maximum 1 mark questions, then only you can understand any chapter English thoroughly in this second period, in this second PUC. Now listen, I will give you only one different 4 mark question to this question. Then, even though gaming house is a dirty business, why did the king continue the gaming house? This is called the second question to the same answer, same question, different question. Next, why did the king keep on changing his decision in dealing with the criminal? This is called second question. What is the other question to same question and answer? This is important. Why did the authorities fail to execute the criminal? This is called second question. Another question, what? Same answer, same question. Whom did the king consult to borrow guillotine machine and an executioner? This is called third 4 mark question. Next, why did the criminal refuse to go out of the prison? General question. But why was the criminal reluctant to go out of the prison? This is called the second. Next, what are the reasons put forward by the criminal not to go out of the prison? This is called the third question. So, I will tell you, there is one lesson number 5, that is called a sunny morning. Sunny morning. First question contains 12 different questions. You must know these all 12 questions, then only you can understand the answer, my dear students. In second PUC English, learning many questions is very important. Answer can be learned later, anytime. Learn the method of setting or framing or writing so many questions. Then only you can understand this whole lesson. That is the main thing. Now, I will divide this short story or this lesson into 4 parts and I will explain the whole lesson. Please don't forget. Please understand the previous poem Romeo and Juliet. Understand this introductory, this one. Then I will divide this lesson into 4 parts. I will explain how the summary is. It is really a very funny story indeed. You never can expect such a stories are there in our second PUC English. Okay, I will explain the summary now. So, we will learn the summary through these 4 questions now. See, question number 1, describe the Thai kingdom. Second question, why did the king keep on changing his decision? Third one, why did the criminal refuse to leave the prison or go out of the jail? Fourth one, why was the criminal given the pension? How did it help him or benefit him? Now, let us understand the summary. I have written short sentences. Each short phrase, it is not incomplete sentence, is called a phrase, a phrase of the incomplete sentence. Now, what is the name of this kingdom? Monaco Kingdom. Monaco Kingdom is situated on the shore of Mediterranean Sea. So, this kingdom is on the bank of the sea, Mediterranean Sea. It is in the border of France and Italy. This kingdom is ruled by the kinglet. What is the meaning of kinglet? Kinglet means weak king. And this kingdom, Monaco Kingdom, is called Thai Kingdom. Why? This kingdom has only less population. There are only 7,000 people. This is ruled by kinglet, palace. The king has palace, courtiers, ministers, bishops, generals. And there are only 6 soldiers in this army. Only 60 soldiers. You say each and everything is an answer to one mark question. It is why every word is important, every line summary is important, whole story is important. there are only 60 soldiers. The king has imposed taxes on 4 things. What are those 4 things? One is tobacco, which is used to manufacture cigarette, wine, spirits, or drink, and poll tax. Poll tax means what? Not polling tax. It is called tax for living in the kingdom. Why is the king imposing tax on these 4 things? Means to run the administration, to take care of his palace, ministers, bishops, judges. He wants income. It is why. This income is not sufficient indeed to run his kingdom. It is why he has given special permission to run. This is called gaming house. Gaming house means betting center. Betting center. It is called special revenue. Means the king is receiving much income from this gaming house. What are people playing in this betting center? Means the game is called roulette. What is the meaning of roulette? It is called a wheel game. So numbers will be there. People would invest or stake money on this one. Numbers 6 number means this the person who has kept money on the 6 number, he would take all the money which are staked by people there. But this is banned. This is stopped by German sovereigns, German rulers, and European countries. They have banned this one. Why? It is called harmful to people. Harmful means what? Very dangerous indeed. How is it dangerous? Listen. A person would go to this gaming house. He would take 1 lakh rupee with him. He would lose 1 lakh rupee. Later, he would sell his property there only. He would get money, and that too would be lost by the same game playing person. He would lose money, he would lose property, he would lose all family. Later what happens? He would not have any place to go. It is why he would drown in the sea, or he would shoot himself. That means what? People would commit suicide for losing money, property, family. It is why it is very harmful, and German rulers, sovereigns, and European countries have banned or stopped, forbidden this gaming house. But the king continued to keep running this gaming house. Why? Means it is the source of special income, special revenue. It is why the king is very happy by running this gaming house. It is why the king supported this one, and he was getting so much income from this gaming house. This gaming house was run by gamekeeper. So 90 to 95% money would go to the king. The manager or the employee would get only a small amount of money. Much size of money. A large sum of money would go to the king, but remaining would be kept by this gamekeeper. It is why the kingdom is run by the kinglet or king. The kingdom name is Monaco Kingdom. It is called describe the Thai Kingdom. What are the important things? Mediterranean Sea, border France, Italy, 7,000 inhabitants people, kinglet, palace, these are there. Army only 60 soldiers, taxes on 4 things, and special revenue gaming laws. People play roulette there. German and Europeans have stopped or banned, forbidden. It is very dangerous. But the king started to run this gaming house. It is a quarter summary of this short story. Second one. Why did the king keep on changing his decision? Here, Monaco people are called peaceable people. Peaceable people means what? Peace-loving people. They are very kind, they are very peaceful. But what happens? All days are not same. No, it is why one day a murder took place. It was the first time that one crime had taken place in the kingdom of Monaco, and the people were surprised. Then what happened? The council was called. The ministers became, the group of some ministers is called council, and meeting group, they discussed. Finally, the criminal was subjected to death sentence. What was the initial punishment? Death sentence. How to kill him? To cut the head of the criminal. cut the head of the criminal. This was the punishment passed by the king also, and they decided to kill the criminal. But there must be someone taking knife and killing the criminal. Is it possible? No. Again, taking any action, cutting? No. There must be some process. Hanging or giving injection, something. But there was one problem to kill or execute this death sentence. Here I have mentioned hitch, H-I-T-C-H, which means problem. What is the problem? There was no guillotine. Guillotine means what? Cutting machine. There was no guillotine nor executioner. Who is to operate? One operator must be there no, to this machine. Operator was not there, machine was not there. It is why it was not possible to cut the head of the criminal. Again, the council of ministers was called. They discussed. They decided to borrow this machine, guillotine machine and executioner from the country France. First country was consulted was this France country. So the king's ministers wrote a letter to this country or nation. They wrote a letter to this country France, and this kingdom had received the reply. France had demanded 16,000 francs. Francs means what? Currency of France. What is the currency of our India? It is called rupee. Paisa, but rupee. So, France government demanded 16,000 francs to supply this guillotine and operator. But the king decided, he could understand, paying 16,000 francs is too costly. Why? What is the population of the kingdom? 7,000. Then what happened? People have to pay more than 2 francs per head. That means again people would become angry and they would fight surely. It is why the king was scared indeed. He decided not to borrow this machine from the French government. Why? French government was a republican country. Means elected, the government was elected by the people. It is why he decided to write a letter, second letter to the country Italy. Italy is not a country here. Italy is called a kingdom, like this king. He is called, the king is called brother monarch. Monarch of brother, they wrote a letter. Italy king agreed to supply this guillotine machine and the executioner, but he demanded 12,000 francs. Again, this is the problem. Again, it has become too costly, too dear. The king is saying to kill a wretch, a fool, to spend 12,000 francs is a waste thing indeed. It is why the king was not ready to spend 12,000 francs on the head of the criminal. It is he could know that it had become too costly indeed. Again, the council was called. How to kill the criminal?